This is The Perfect Witness, a Jessie Hunt psychological suspense, book number 28. Written by Blake Pierce. Narrated by Debbie Soelter. Prologue. Willa Halstead knew she was going to catch hell. After rushing over to the giant cubist monstrosity of a house and parking haphazardly on the street out front, she dashed up to the door and knocked, wincing at the inevitable angry shout that was about to come her way. It was 11:17 a.m., and she was supposed to be here by 11. The fact that she hadn't gotten a phone call reaming her out yet was a sure sign that she was in so much trouble that an in-person tongue-lashing was imminent. After another loud knock and a doorbell ring, Willa decided she might as well just take her medicine, so she pulled out her key and opened the door herself. Mia was probably sitting in the expansive living room, sipping at her salted caramel cream, cold-brewed coffee, and tapping her leg impatiently against the sofa, waiting for the chance to crush Willa for another in her seemingly endless series of missteps. On the outside, it might have seemed that being the executive assistant to Mia Chappell, one of the most promising up-and-coming fashion designers on the West Coast, would be fun and exciting. But when that designer is your older sister and she treats you just like she did when you were little kids, only now with real consequences, the fun part quickly gets forgotten. "Mia!" she called out as she entered, locking the door behind her. "I'm here. Sorry I'm late, but there was a bad crash at Highland and Melrose, and the cops had people driving by it on the shoulder. I got stuck in the backup, but I talked to Vihey on the way over, and he says the new line is ready for your approval. We can go downtown after lunch, if you like." There was still no response. Willa allowed herself the brief, fleeting hope that she'd gotten today's schedule wrong, and that maybe her sister was at the gym or at lunch. But she quashed the hope quickly. Knowing better than to delude herself, she'd checked the calendar multiple times, and, as clear as day, it read 11 a.m. to 12 noon, house, Mia/Willa, final line preview. Her big sister was here. She was just giving her the silent treatment. "Don't be like this, Mia," she said loudly as she walked down the hall to the living room. "It was out of my control. If you're going to start blaming me for LA traffic now, too, then we're real—" She stopped as she reached the end of the hall and looked into the living room. Mia wasn't there. The lights weren't even on. Maybe she had gotten the time wrong after all. She checked her phone yet again. No, it definitely said the meeting was at 11 a.m. She glanced out into the expansive backyard, which had not just a pool and a jacuzzi, but an elaborate central gazebo surrounded by a topiary garden. The garden was comprised of trees and bushes cut into cubic shapes to match the house's design exterior.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?